Hi guys, I'm Lindsay here with Tuned In Press.
Hi, and I'm Lou, and I sing in Palisades.
Awesome, there we go. All right, so I have a few questions for you today. I know you've been on tour for quite a while,
Forever.
I know at least since last summer.
Yeah.
Has it been before that?
Pretty much, we've been on tour for the past about like 10 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much nonstop. We've had like maybe, I think, total a month and a half to maybe 2 months off in between, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you just spend time at home then, or do you take a vacation, or like,
No,
what do you do?
there are no off days in our band. No, honestly, any downtime we ever have in between tours, we've just been working on writing the new record. So
Okay,
yeah,
awesome.
we just been grinding at home at our home studio, or if we have off days on tour, we'll get a hotel room and we'll just spend the whole day writing and doing everything like that. So
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I will be asking you about that a little bit later.
Perfect, sounds good, yeah.
How is it though, kind of jumping from one tour to the next? Just like almost immediately, I feel like you have really short breaks and then you're on another one.
I mean, it keeps you going, that's for sure. I mean, we
Yeah.
love it. I mean, this is our career. This is what we wanted to do from the beginning, and it's been amazing. All the opportunities, Palisades has been getting. It's just even this past year, ever since the new record came out, we're super grateful for it. It's a lot. It's very strenuous, but we wouldn't want to be doing anything else.
Yeah.
The fact that we get to be meeting so many new fans has been like incredible, just from each different fan base, and just getting everybody together. It's been really awesome.
Yeah. And then I know right now we're on the tour with Jonathan Davis.
Yes.
Huge name with Korn, obviously.
Super huge, yeah.
Did you know him before kind of signing onto this tour, or did you just meet him pretty much?
No,
when
we
you
didn't.
started this?
We met him definitely like the first day we started this tour. We're honored that he liked our band enough and loved our music to want to bring us out as like the only opener. Like it's just us and
Yeah.
him, so it's been an honor, man.
Special, yeah.
He's a legend. He's a legend himself, and just being able to support him in his journey with his solo stuff has been really awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool dude. Everyone in his band is awesome, so they've been taking good care of us. So it's really
They're
nice.
like warm welcomes, things.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
And then Friday, you guys are playing the Welcome to Rockville, right?
Yes.
In Florida. Are you
Yes.
excited for that?
Oh man, I'm so stoked. Like our whole band is super stoked on that. Not only are the bands playing that day awesome,
I did see the lineup. It's impressive.
I mean, I'm personally excited to play with Under Oath and also the Used. Those are just personal bands of mine that I've loved growing up. And I'm from Florida originally, and
Okay.
I lived like 30, 45 minutes away from Jacksonville. So like all my friends and my family are gonna be there.
Oh, yeah.
And my grandma is gonna see me.
Grandma's gonna come.
Grandma's
gonna see Ozzy Osbourne.
Grandma, I know, right?
Okay.
Grandma, Aunt Karen, my mom, everyone's gonna be there. It's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for it.
That's super awesome.
Just for them to see us on that huge stage too, it's gonna be an awesome thing.
So you guys are playing Friday, right?
Yes.
Are you staying the whole weekend to see the rest of the show, or do you have to continue on?
We're actually gonna be able to make it Saturday, so we're gonna be hanging out on Saturday for the day. So that's gonna be awesome, just to chill and just enjoy the festival. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of spin a focus over to the album.
Sure.
Now, so with your latest record, what do you feel has kind of lifted you guys to new heights? What do you think is so different about this than your previous stuff?
I think with this album, we were really honest with ourselves. We had a lot of changes going on in the band. With the addition of Brandon Elgar, joining, and he popped up over there when I said that.
He's like me.
We were really honest, and we were really vulnerable with ourselves, and we decided to just cut away anything that didn't make sense and wasn't genuine and wasn't real and what we were going through at the time. We were going through a lot of things at the time, and still are, and it's that journey that brought us there. I mean, we had a quote in the studio the whole time we were recording that said, "No great art came from comfort." So we truly wanted to push ourselves to be uncomfortable, talking about things that made us uncomfortable, talking about situations that we felt needed to be talked about, and just being real with our music. I think the emotion of the album really reflects that.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of speaking up for the voiceless too, that can't say anything, and your music can kind of help them.
Absolutely. That's one of the best things it is about being in Palisades. We have so many fans that come up to us at shows, and they're just like, straight up, I was gonna kill. Like they said, like I'm just gonna kill myself, or I had no one, and I turned on Dark or Through Hell or any of the songs. And and that's the bigger thing for us. You know what I mean? Like making music is great, but having that connection with our fans, you know, showing them that like we're real people and we've been through what you've been through. You're not alone. You know, that's what matters most.
And their song, you know, the songs mean more to them
Totally.
than just like, hey, play this at a party. It's a cool song. Like,
Yeah. You know, I mean, there's a time and place for cool, fun songs too.
Yeah.
You know, everyone needs that. But you know, when it comes down to it, and you need something, you know, we want to be there for our fans. So.
I feel like I'm seeing the most response to the song "Let Down." I feel like that's like your bigger hit on this one.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I think the lyrics really resonate with a lot of people. You know, some point in your life, someone has let you down before. May it be a relationship, a job, a friendship, you know, anything. You know, everybody's felt that sense of like abandonment and realizing, you know, it's like an anthem. A lot of people come up and they say like, yo, Let Down is my anthem. Like, you know, I felt that about my ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-husband, old boss, old friend, my family members, you know what I mean? And it gives me the strength to say, you know, like, I'm not a letdown, you're a letdown. You know what I mean? Like, and it's awesome. And you really see it, you know, when we're playing on these tours, especially, you know, with the help of Octane, you know, that launched super huge on there. So shout out to Octane for that. They've been super supportive. You know, Spotify playlist, Ali Hagendorf, shout out to her too, you know, for putting us on all the rock playlists, you know, just getting that message out, and you can tell it just resonates with people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing, so I've seen a couple of your videos. I do feel that Through Hell and then also Better Chemicals, they kind of have more of like a concepts to them.
Yeah.
Who kind of comes up with those?
We all do collectively. Everything with Palisades is pretty much all of our creative minds together.
Yeah.
You know, we have a really great team that we work with, but you know, all of us kind of just guide the ship on the direction of our music, of our image, of our video stuff, and yeah, those two songs are actually connected in a video world, in their own little Palisades
I was
world.
wondering.
Yeah, they are. There's little subtleties. We didn't want to give it away like too much, but like it's kind of like a little
secrets.
yeah, like a little Easter egg. You know what I mean? Like figure it out yourself, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I definitely watched Better Chemicals several times where I was like, what is happening here? What is this pink juice? And then like she's uploading and I'm like zooming in, like what is she doing?
Yeah.
But they were good videos. I definitely enjoyed them.
Thank you so much.
So obviously there's all the different fan favorites. What is yours in particular, like lyrically and performing wise?
I really feel that Memories is probably my favorite song live for me. It's the most emotional for me. That song I always say is like my therapy session for myself. You know, when I'm on stage playing that and when I'm singing it, it's not like I'm not screaming to scream to sound cool. I'm screaming because like that's all the pain that I actually went through. Yeah, you know, it just helps me get through the day with that song. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's awesome because like our fans really connect to that too. You know, like that's the part where the set kind of winds down and everybody's really like listening, you know, and those lyrics really mean a lot to me. Also Dark as well, you know.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
I'm not
Dark.
gonna lie, that's my favorite.
Yeah, Dark is definitely one of the most emotional songs to play live too. You know, that song it was written about people that deal with anxiety and depression. You know, my sister has severe anxiety, depression, and kind of, you know, wrote that based loosely off of that. You know, how it's like this monster, you know, that, you know, a lot of people, like for instance, I referenced Stranger Things in it. And the reason for that is because I felt like when I was watching Stranger Things, Winona Ryder's character, when she was trying to tell everyone that she's seeing this monster, no one really believed her, you know? And I was kind of talking to my sister, and I feel like when she tries to explain how she feels, everyone's like, oh, get over it, it's okay. But like, it is this monster that lives inside you.
Like a metaphor.
Yeah, exactly that, you know. Sometimes it's super strong, but, you know, I want everybody to know that there's a lot of people out in the world that feel that way too, so you're not alone with that.
How does she feel about that song?
She cried the first time she heard it, and it helps her a lot too. You know, whenever she's feeling something, she puts that song on, and that's, I mean, what more can I ask to help my sister, you know, battle with her stuff, you know? That's awesome.
So these songs that are kind of more, I guess, important to you, does it get harder and harder to perform them sometimes, or does it just hit you sometimes? Like, it just, like, damn, like this is...
Yeah, it just, you know, everybody has their ups and their downs, their good days, their bad days.
Yeah.
And when it's a good day all around on stage, right?
Yeah.
But when it's a bad day, those songs definitely, like, they help me, they help us, they help all of us, you know. When we're having a bad day and we play those songs that mean something to us, and we just have a good show, it just turns the whole day around.
So do you think you can tell me a little bit about the cover art for this album?
Yeah, totally. So that was a collaborative effort between all of us, and we went back and forth and back and forth and back and forth a million times, and it really only came together within like the last seconds of like having to submit something. We had this idea for a long time. Matt, our guitarist, actually was the forefront of this idea. You know, like we said, this album is really emotional, and it deals with a lot of like demons and stuff, and it deals with a lot of those kind of tones. And so we really wanted to reflect how we felt on the album visually, so that girl, that woman on the front of the cover is a metaphor for all of us, for everyone in the world, everyone going through something. And the hands are also a metaphor for when the world's trying to grab at you, trying to get at you, and you just feel like there's nowhere else to go. So that's kind of like the vibe we had on that album, so we wanted to represent it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the cover for sure.
Thanks.
Were you guys there? So it was, I'm guessing it was like an actual person. You did photography.
Yeah, we had the whole thing going on, and we had we pitched the idea, and then we had excuse me, we had people shoot it, and it was all handled. So yeah, it was cool.
So the other thing I was gonna ask, you touched base a little bit about it. I saw the note like forever ago on Instagram that you guys kind of pulled back from social media when you were writing this record. Do you feel like that definitely helped with the process of it? Do you feel like you would do it again? Oh,
absolutely. I mean, I think that's the only way to really go about writing an album. If you really want to be serious and you really want to like focus on your artistry and and what you want to do. Yeah, I mean, it was super hard at first, you know, because 2018, everyone's so, you know, fixated on, you know, the screen in front of that black mirror in front of them, you know. And but releasing yourself from that world and only focusing on, you know, your four other brothers in the room and what everyone's going through, and being able to like not care about who's tweeting what or who's Instagramming or Facebook or whatever, and talking to each other about what's going on in your life and their lives, you know, it really kind of brought us together as a band and made us focus on what's truly important. That's the music. It's always been the music.
How long was the writing process for this? How long do you feel like you were kind of taking away from that?
So we were doing demos for a long time while we were on the road and home, but the actual recording process is about a month and a half to 2 months. Month and a half.
And that includes like all the writing and stuff too?
Yeah. We always go into the studio with a bunch of demos. Like we write at home all the time. Like that's like what we're doing right now. We have a home studio, and we're constantly always writing music. We never stop, you know. And when we got in the studio, we had like a bunch of ideas. Sat there with our producer, worked threw out some ideas, amended some ideas, scrapped some, made some new ones, and that's how it went.
Do you feel like this album kind of comes together as a whole, like collectively with all the songs together?
Oh yeah, it's really cool when you're starting to write the demos out, and you don't really know where you're going when you start writing a new album. You're kind of just writing, just blurting it all out. And then, you know, even when you go in the studio, we have a bunch of demos. Some sound total left and right from each other, you know, night and day. And then slowly you start to chisel at it, and then at the end you're left with this like beautiful sculpture of everything that you've been through, and it's like, wow, we made this. You know? It's awesome.
And then I know you were saying you're doing some newer writing right now, right? You have some. Any kind of thoughts you can let us in on?
The last album, the self-titled, truly shaped us and pointed us in the direction of our futures. And I think we can expect from this new album more of a sense of maturity, sense of growth, and that same emotion, but maybe packaged a little bit differently. You know, just
going with the Easter egg.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it. All right, so I know a few years ago you did a few collaborations, right? You have High and Low, and then you also have Outcast. So would you do any collaborations again in the future, either with those same people or different people? Do you like doing the collabs?
We always love doing collaborations, and you know, music is a living, breathing thing. It's you know, it's always interesting to be able to see what someone else can help you create or you can create together. I think right now we're really focused on, you know, defining Palisades more, but I would be totally open to doing more collaborations in the future.
Like someone reached out and was like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've worked with, you know, you know, Black Bear has been a really big one. He's a like friend of all of ours, and you know, just more people like that. Anyone, just we want to make music and make it awesome. So yeah.
Do you guys ever do any of the collaborations live, or do you kind of focus on your main stuff? I know they're not here, I guess, to perform with you, so it's hard to do that.
No, we used to play, like, for instance, the song Player Haters Ball, where Black Bear has the bridge on it. Mm-hmm. We still play it, but, you know, Brandon will sing it, and, you know, on Outcast I'll sing it. But as of lately, we're focusing on just the primary Palisades songs right now.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. I also saw that towards the end of the year you were on Rock Sound's Top 50, and you were also on some Billboard charts.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that?
It's an incredible feeling. You know, we've all been playing music since we were really young, and Palisades has been a band for about 5 years now, 5 or 6 years, and just to see those, you know, Fruit of Your Looms, like, you know, like your baby growing,
your
and like
precious.
right, you know, just seeing the maturity and the growth of all of us and our fans helping us get there. And the only reason why we're there is because of our fans.
Right.
You know, like, we make the music, and it's the fans that love us that help us get to the next journey. We would be nothing without that. So seeing us, our fan base, and everyone else just grow with us is just such an honoring feeling. It's awesome. So
when you were recording this, did you feel like it was going to get as far as it has, or have you just kind of been taken by a whirlwind? You're like, oh wow, like people are really, really responding to this.
You always want it to, right?
Yeah.
You always go in hoping that this is what it is, and to see that come to life is an amazing thing, you know, and it's just it's really humbling. So
all right, so I have a quiz for you.
Okay.
So I did look on Spotify.
Okay.
What do you think are your top 5 cities that listen to you?
Okay, I think I might know this.
Okay. But you can't cheat though.
I'm not.
If you looked, you can't play.
I'm gonna say Dallas, Chicago, LA, New York, Houston.
4 out of 5.
Wow.
4 out of 5.
What did I miss?
You missed Atlanta, not New York.
How could I miss Atlanta? That's like.
You missed Atlanta.
What was the one wrong one I said?
New York.
Oh, New York.
New York is not on there.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, that's. I'm impressed that I did that.
I'm also kind of impressed. I'm like, did you cheat though?
No, I was.
Going down the
I was
line
thinking about like the best places, you know, we usually play. Of course, Atlanta. Atlanta's definitely, they always go crazy. That's awesome. That's super cool though.
So in order, it's Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Houston.
Wow, that's awesome. We're in Houston today.
You're in Houston today. You were in Dallas yesterday. Was it a good show in Dallas yesterday?
Dallas is always amazing.
Yeah.
Houston too. Like, Texas treats us very, very well. We love Texas. Yeah.
How is it whenever you kind of go back to play in your hometown, or when you kind of play, I guess, near Jersey? Because you said you're from Florida, but when you go back and play in Jersey, how's that for you?
Well, it's awesome. I mean, I've lived in Jersey now for the past 6 years, and I lived there when I was younger too. So Jersey's, like, Jersey and Florida from here, both homes.
Yeah.
But, you know, Jersey shows us the most amount of love. Like, whenever we have a hometown show, they show up and they're huge and they're stoked. I think the coolest part is that, like, you know, people from Jersey's a rough crowd.
Yeah.
You know, like Jersey,
I believe you.
They're picky. Like, you know, like they don't like something. Like, the whole East Coast is like very up front and forward. If they don't like you, they don't like you. But they've shown us so much love, and you know, it's really makes all of us super stoked to have such an awesome fan base to call our home.
Yeah.
You know, Jersey, New York, whole East Coast tri-state area. I mean, they're awesome.
How do you feel about West Coast then?
I love the West Coast too.
Is that like a totally different vibe when you go over there?
Oh yeah, I mean, East Coast and West Coast is totally different vibe. You know, East Coast is hustle bustle in your face.
Yeah.
West Coast is laid back, but like super cool. Like,
More
you know what I mean? Yeah, chill. You know, beach vibes.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
It's not. It's, nothing's better. It's just different.
Yeah. So I think one thing people really enjoy about your music is that you guys kind of play around with some of the electronic stuff.
Yeah.
It's not just instrumental. What kind of encouraged you to kind of throw that in versus just staying instrumental?
We all love all different genres of music.
Okay.
Hip hop, R&B, pop music, country, metal, everything. You know what I mean? And electronic music is something that was kind of a staple since even before I was in the band. You know, when they were used to be called a different name. You know what I mean? Like, it's always been a part of Palisades, and just having that to continue to mature with us, with the music, you know what I mean? And just having that evolve is just such a good thing, you know? I think the reason why Palisades sounds the way we do is because we're never afraid to take different genres and bend them and to make what is Palisades.
Yeah.
You know, Palisades is a culmination of all of us.
Yeah.
So
Collaborative efforts.
yeah.
All right, so I have a few fun questions.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any kind of funny like tour stories or pranks, weird happenings on the road? Anything like that?
Oh man, I'm trying to think right now. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. We're always just goofing around. Like we rag on each other all the time, and like we just do kind of stuff like that. Tour pranks are always fun. I mean, one of the fun tour pranks we did was, excuse me, when we were on tour with Nothing More. They always do this thing with their like Scorpion rig where they put a bass up and all three of them play the bass. Okay. Like at the same time. So on the last show of that tour, each band on the tour all brought out our own basses, and we took off all of our shirts. Like Johnny doesn't wear shoes or a shirt, so we had no shoes on, no shirt on. We all went out and just mimicked them while they were doing it, and it was pretty funny.
And they had no idea. So
no, they
like, what did they do?
They just laughed the whole time. It was funny because they go like, hey, and all of us were doing it, and Johnny like couldn't stop laughing the whole time. There's a video somewhere of it too. And then I think they like wound up taking his drum kit apart piece by piece at the end of it, so he was just like left with like a kick and a snare at the end.
Oh man. Yeah.
Tour pranks are always super fun.
Well, they gotta be.
Yeah.
And it's not. Is it a tour if you don't have pranks though?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Would you rather see 100 years into the past or in the future?
Future, 100%, no question.
Why?
Because the future is the future. Like that's where everything is. Like I'm obsessed with that kind of stuff. Like technology, space. I always say that I'm super sad that I won't probably be alive for the terraforming of Mars. Like I think that's like the coolest thing that if we could ever achieve, that would be awesome. I also am really sad that I probably won't be alive for like when we discover like a Type 1 or Type 2, Type 3 civilization, like Star Wars, Star Trek kind of thing. Because it definitely exists. I want to see the future. I want to know that so badly.
I mean, Back to the Future lied to us. We don't have flying cars right now.
I know, right?
So that's kind of disappointing. But I also feel like a bunch of people will crash.
I have faith, as does the whole band, Elon Musk. He is the future. He is the future. We were actually just by the SpaceX facility the other day. It was awesome.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, name 3 bands that you would want to do like a super tour with. Like your dream bands, like I want to go on tour with you.
Deftones. What do you think?
Like,
is it any?
Think wisely.
Yeah.
It can be any genre.
Any genre.
It can be the weirdest show collaboration.
Deftones, 30 Seconds to Mars, and Drake.
I knew you were gonna throw something in. Drake and 30 Seconds to Mars and Deftones.
That would that tour, 30 Seconds to Mars and Drake would probably
It would
happen.
definitely sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that'd be cool.
All right. Anything you want to say to viewers and fans?
You guys are the most important part of Palisades. We wouldn't be doing any of this without you. Get stoked because we're writing a new album. It's going to be the best one so far, and I can't wait to show you all of it. So keep following us on social media and come out to the shows. We love meeting you, and thanks so much for checking us out.
All right, guys, this has been Lindsay with Tuned In Press. Check this full interview out at tunedinpress.com. Thank you so much.
See ya.
Bye.